So hello everybody and welcome back to the Isle, and I am using my brand new, much nicer microphone for this episode, kind of as an experiment. Unfortunately it is, well, super sensitive, I guess is the best way to put it. So please ignore some of the stuff. This is more like a test episode to see if it does work or if we can use it. But hey, welcome back to the Isle. We are on Isla Nicta 3. Now, last time we were on here, we were a Carnotaurus. That Carnotaurus has since died in the making of the Isle Survival Guide episode 3. But go watch that episode. Please. I did a lot of work into that particular episode. It was a little delayed. Really delayed, but I'm happy with the product that we put out. Well, I put out. But hey, welcome back to the Isle. So I have been busy building this guy up so that we could enjoy him for when I recorded again. So the minute the Isle Survival Guide was done, I started this big guy up, and I went for cool colors. I am immediately ignoring all of the advice given to me by myself in my own videos, and going for just cool looking colors, and that is okay with me. So we're hanging around the swamp area for no other reason. It's where I happen to be at the time. I have traversed, I think, pretty much the entire map at this point. Gigas take forever to get full grown. We will definitely not get a full-grown Giga this episode, but hey, what are you gonna do? So hey guys, it has been a hot minute since a regular episode, I think about 2 weeks, and I do apologize. My schedule in the real world has been a beach, a real sunny beach. It has been honestly pretty shitty. It's been something else. That has a lot more to do with some academic stuff more than anything, and less to do with my sport now, although my sport is consuming a massive amount of my time thanks to curricular activities that we're kind of forced into. So I'm sorry if I don't record as much as I normally would these next couple weeks. I am just running around. It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before finals week for us. And sorry, I just yawned right there. Yeah, it's like 2-3 weeks before finals week, so I'm going to be a little busy running around, making sure everything is in proper order for when I'm finally let loose onto the world. So hey everybody, how is everyone doing? And to anyone watching this video, do me a solid favor and comment down below already as to the creature you want to see next in the Isle Survival series. Now, the Isle Survival Guide is out. Sorry, I hit my desk. And if you want to, I'm already taking votes for the next Isle Survival Guide. I have a feeling I know what it's going to be, but I am not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do something kind of along the lines of, what's it called? I guess I'm actually not going to spoil it. I know what I'm doing something along the lines of, I'm pretty sure, but if I see a comment that I really like, I'll actually do that instead. The last video was suggested to me by a friend of mine after talking about the system in game. I unfortunately have no friends that actually play the Isle, but I do have a couple people that I talked to about this game, knowing that I have a channel that the majority of it is the Isle content. So yeah. I hear no food. Let's see, what do we have? 200 out of 200. Damn. So I unfortunately, I am sure it is late news to you guys. It was pretty late for me to know. I was going to get on this server and be a part of the Hypo event, but unfortunately for me, I had kind of work that night. So I actually got the message on my Discord app on my phone that was happening, and I was infuriated with myself that I could not participate, but unfortunately I was doing things that did need to be done for my life. So I am so sorry. I actually wanted to get more footage of the actual Hypo event. I was actually planning on it. I helped try to work toward it. I was keeping track of whether or not it was going to happen, and I was going to hopefully be a part of it, because I really do. I've never seen a Hypo in game, except for once I got to see a Hypo Rex. I think way back when the Quets first got announced, there was a Hypo Rex on, I think, a dev server. It was... Ooh. It was really cool. Actually, I know it was on a dev server, but it was really cool. I was really happy that I died to one. It was probably the most fun I've had dying to a creature in my life. It was absolutely terrifying, but I found it as one of the most just awesome designs I've seen of like I guess there's strains in this game. I do know quite a bit about the lore of the Isle. Not sure if anyone else that follows my channel follows the lore of this game, but I thoroughly enjoy the lore of this game, and Hypos are, I think I like to call them hypervores, because they have to eat constantly or they just straight die. And the design of the Hypo Rex is by far one of my favorite. I think my absolute favorite Hypo design is probably the Giganotosaurus. Although I almost wish they didn't give it a split jaw, because I thought it really fits the Hypo Spino, but I don't know how I feel about it on the Giga. For no other reason than the Giga has a pretty weak bite in comparison to things its size already. I don't think it needs a weaker one by having a split jaw, but I will admit that the design is definitely cooler than anything I could have probably thought of. At least grounded in more reality. You know, not just adding dragon wings and going with something weird. But overall, I really like the Hypos in this game. My favorite design ever, actually, is the Neurospino. I think the Neurospino is one of the coolest looking freaking things ever. And that's something that if you would have given me 100 years, I probably would have not thought of when I, like, thought of the, oh, there it is. Thought of the word Neuro. It wouldn't have crossed my mind, and I really enjoy it. Everything about its design. I see you. Where are you? I saw you a second ago. Oh, there he is. So unfortunately, these don't fill us up for very much, but they do keep us from starving. This is kind of how I've been able to stay alive. Honestly, despite the fact that I haven't run into many mid-tier prey items. I think the biggest thing I've killed on this particular Giga was I got a small Diablo. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that might actually be it. I think it was only a small Diablo. Which is a little unfortunate. I would have liked to, I don't know, hunt more. But it's actually been a lot of activity around this swamp. A couple days ago, I ran into a couple pews, I think. I only saw very small glimpses of them because around them were two Tyrannosauruses, and two Rexes, big, fully grown Rexes, one male, one female, judging by the color palettes that they had. And if that tells you anything, I was close enough to see their colors, and if it wasn't dusk, I would definitely be dead. Because they would have killed me so... yawning, why? It would have killed me so fast, it wouldn't even been funny. So, yeah. Otherwise, I am just kind of scoping around for some food right now. I'm honestly... Oh, right. I had the music up. I forgot. I turned the music way up as I was surviving alone. I didn't have to worry about you guys hearing it. That is my bad. I forgot to adjust that when I came back in the game. Let's see. I've noticed that this microphone is really sensitive. So if you guys hear things not normally heard, like when I scratch my head or move my headset, I'm sorry. I'm still... It's weird to say, but I'm still getting used to this mic. It's really sensitive. I don't normally use it for regular play, but I really want to use it for recording. This was a gift sent to me by... Well, technically by no one. My birthday was a little while back, about a little over a month-ish ago, around that time. By the time this episode comes out, it will have been probably quite a bit longer. A few days isn't that long, but still. And they gave me the money with the intent purpose to... Hello? I swore I heard something. Well, with the intended purpose being to buy a new microphone. And I will not say who did it, but I will say thank you. It was actually a relative of mine who I don't have a lot of contact with as of recent years. They've moved completely away from where I, one, go to school, and two, where my family... Yay! Where my family lives, you know, without me right now. So, yeah. But it was a really thoughtful gift. I believe that... I don't think I told them about one, but of course my parents, with a little bit of digging, found my channel pretty fast, sadly. They don't watch my videos because they don't like games at all. Ironic. Honestly ironic. I literally want to go into the games industry. I'm currently working toward 2 degrees just to do that. Probably won't. I'll probably find some weird job that pays a little better and isn't under the... quite the stress that game industry is right now. Who knows? I do want to go into games, but yeah, you never know what happens in life. Leaving my options open. But so they will never watch my videos, ironically, so I can say whatever I want about them in these videos, and they'll never find out. It's sad, I guess, but yeah, my parents can't stand games, and I hear it again. That's a Dilo, right? A baby one at that. So, this way. You know what I've noticed? I don't know if anyone else plays on Isla Nicta 3, but if you do see me on Isla Nicta 3, do not be afraid to message me. Unless I am recording, I am always in global chat at all times when I am not recording. So, if you see me on any of the servers, being I normally spend my time on Isla Nicta 1 and 3. I'm rarely on, I believe, 2, but it's very uncommon. Don't expect me on there very often. But if you see me, say hi. I am more than happy to say hi back. And hey, if you're nesting and stuff, I'm not progressing with a creature that I really want to play it as adult, like this particular Giga. I really do want to get to an adult. I will gladly find a way to die and proceed to nest in as whatever you are. I would be very happy to. That sounds kind of like fun. Oh, is the sun going down? Yeah. Damn, You know, this has been a really uneventful episode, and honestly, I'm thinking of kind of changing the format of these episodes, and tell me what you guys think about what I'm planning on doing, and that is planning on recording for, like, maybe a full hour, hour and a half, and then, like, cropping that down to about 10, 15 minutes, rather than these long 30-minute episodes. where you just get the good bits and don't have to worry about like the, like the boring part. Little bastard, where is he? There you are. Yeah, but I don't have to worry about, well, the usual. I guess I thought I put it like the boring parts in the middle. Because, I mean, I'm sure that my commentary is, wow, unbelievably entertaining, I'm sure. That's sarcasm if you couldn't pick it up. This is like kind of boring, even if it is me as a Giga. Nothing really happens during a lot of my recording sessions all that often. And unfortunately that's kind of the norm just because I play a really specific playstyle that works out. I mean, I get a lot of creatures to full grown. A lot. Kind of just on a whim. I did that specifically, like, I call it my Dusk Rex on Isla Nocta 1, where it was like, gave him dark colors. I talked about it on the Isle Survival Guide. But I did that kind of on a whim. And played him pretty much the same way I'm playing my Giga right now. Except he was more active at night. Like, I gave him a really specific playstyle, but when I was out and about, I played him the same way. Basically, when I was out and about, I was constantly hunting for food. And once you were a juvenile, you kind of always had to hunt for food, if that makes sense. Or sub-adult, sorry. Like, once you're the size that me and my Giga are right now, being for apexes, being like this middle one right here, because you start here, go to here, and then eventually you get to this. When you're at this stage right here, I think I'm sub-adult. Yeah, sub-adult. Capable. Bite force, pretty shitty. Speed, absolutely depressing. I still weigh 2 tons though, so you know what? That's okay with me. Nesting is something I should probably mess around with. I have stayed far away from the system. I don't want to say on purpose, but a little bit on purpose. Because it's really time consuming, and unless you have a group with you, it's really difficult. And as unfortunately as it might seem, I don't really have anyone to play the Isles with. For the most part, unfortunately, no one I know personally, out of my actual friend group that I play other games with, plays this game at all. And it's because they didn't grow up with the dinosaur fantasy of how amazing these creatures really were, like I did. And that's okay. I get that. It really isn't everyone's cup of tea. But for me, it really is kind of that, like, dream for me of dinosaurs being one of the coolest things ever of all time. It's really not active around here at all. I'm hoping to get one more meal in and then just kind of hunker down for a little bit. That's been the strategy with this particular Giga, because there's just a lot of crap everywhere. I mean, I'm running into smaller and mid-tier predators all the time. I had to fight an aloe. We both got away with our lives, but he definitely got the worst of it. And just kind of in general stuff like that. Just probably stay. I was trying to not fight the aloe, but he kind of engaged but didn't expect me to counter-engage, if that makes sense. Like, he bit me once and then tried to run off. And they're way faster than me, but I took full revenge. I think I got about 3 bites in and he only got 1. Because he was just trying to, like, run the entire time and kept... I'm guessing because of lag, he kept missing bites. Because I don't know how to put it. Like, where you stop in the middle of combat, they run through you, and then you bite them. I did that to him a few times, and he just... I'm guessing because of lag, it didn't actually register on his screen that I stopped. So I would bite him, and then he would bail out. I don't know. I might have only gotten, like, 1 or 2 bites, and he just bailed out. but I'm guessing I was either lagging really hard and it was almost impossible to see me, or I'd put him like near death. And honestly, it could have been either or. I wanted to get out of there because I think Alos can pretty easily kill me if like we're not lagging. Not 100% on that, but I'm relatively sure. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything of value this way, which is really disappointing. Not a lot of sounds either, which means that there's really probably no one in my area. And if there is, they're not... Well, I don't know. I just don't think there's any people near me. See, I've been walking... I started kind of in a plains area almost, or I think I started near a beach with this Giga. And it's V3, so I would have had to. I made my way to a small little creek, basically completely dominated by Utahs, so I got water, got out of there, kind of just killing anything along the way. Then I got to the compound. Like the fenced-in compound on the one side of the map. Kind of like there's a swamp-ish area that leads into it. And on one side it's kind of plains, the other side it's... What was that? It's a herbivore, but what kind? That is an ankylosaur. That's what that is. Took me a minute. I saw an ankylosaur on here earlier this week, actually. I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. I like ankylosaurs. I think they're pretty cool. Oh. It's a big carcass for nothing to be around. Yet I hear nor see anything. Hey, scavenging is only wrong if... well, you do it to my carcasses. There's a bleeding thing down there. Right? It's another carcass. There's no footprints around this, which is why I'm not as cautious as I'd normally be. This is actually kind of weird. What's my food at? Am I at 100% or just like 99? We'll top it off before kind of getting out of here. Alright, let's... I don't want to be here. We're going to go back this way. Huh, I missed some sort of epic battle or something. I don't know, but I know I don't want to stay near carcasses. That's how you 100% die. Yeah, not a fan. Yeah, but I saw an ankylosaurs on here the other day, and I really wish they'd get brought to survival. They'd be so much fun to like paint up and make really cool looking. Because unlike other animals, I mean, you are too slow to run from anything. So the minute you get to like a decent size, I mean, you're just a fighter at that point. You just gotta brawl it out. And basically, predators have to weigh the risk and reward of it. I mean, because the risk is, ankylosaurs weigh an absolute, like, fuck ton, to be nice about it. And you'd probably get a meal for, like, a solid day or two. Like, eat a little bit, leave. Even if something scavenges off it a little bit, you come back, you probably get a little bit more out of it. I mean, you can get a lot out of a ankylosaur body. At least you used to be able to. And I always thought that was one of the coolest things about the old gameplay of the Isles, because it used to just be... I actually really gotta say, progression systems, the old progression systems, I honestly absolutely hated. I only thought that the herbivore progression system was kind of balanced, but I still didn't like it very much. Where it was basically every minute you got a tick, and you just upgrade it to the next creature or the next tier. Absolutely hated everything that was that system. I thought it was almost too grindy in every way. Look at my desk. And the idea of doing it was honestly painful. So, really glad they stripped that system away. They're gonna follow some of my advice here. We're really nothing in the area. Let's get some water since we need it. So one thing I totally forgot about, I don't know if you guys have noticed, so the old Rex sounds, I don't know if anyone remembers them. I do, because they're like some of the most famous roars in this entire game. I forgot that they got changed when you reach an adult Rex now. And so the other day, or I guess during the filming of the Isle Survival Guide, I was up late at night, just trying to get like base footage, I think a week or so before it came out. And holy crap is all I had to say to what was going on. You had the new Rex noises, which I forgot were in the game. Good old ambient sounds. Never change. Which I forgot were in the game, and I had a Rex call, and I was so scared out of my mind, because honestly what I thought it was is I thought it was a Magnetyrannus, and I was like, oh good, they're wiping the server out of absolutely nowhere. And then it took me about 10-15 minutes to realize it was actually what's it called? It was actually just the Rex, but with its new broadcast. Oh, that was me. I was like, that's a Giga. You know what, let's, luckily for me, I am fully prepared for this episode, so let's get a little bit forward here, and let's... Dun, dun. Perfect. And that will be my opener for this episode. I'm actually going to try to get higher up here. I don't know, the swamp has like the real high risk, high reward gameplay. Luckily on this map, this is not the only swamp. So not every creature just congregates to one area. That word. To one area. See, it's not dark enough for night vision, but it's not light enough for me to feel comfortable just walking everywhere. It's okay. Oh, wow. Never mind. We're gonna take the, Don't sass me, Giga. Look at that. Controller is really weird to handle with the Isle. Alright, turn around. Honestly, we haven't really done much this episode, but hey, it was a good little recap episode, and a good little just place to kind of test out my new mic for one, which hopefully turned out okay. Obviously there's some stuff. I actually still got to buy some equipment for it. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to do so. I would love the money to do so, but I'm currently making just about zero. All of the work stuff that I normally have to do is actually traditionally just to like keep scholarships and keep my I am part of like I guess a kind of a student government thing, and it's to keep that job. Which it works out. It looks really good on resumes, and wow, that's a pretty moon. That looks so cool in the moonlight. Like, wait. No, eat the moon. No. There we go. Fuck you, moon. I'm the dominant predator out of me and the moon. Except if you collide with the Earth, it's gonna be a real fast mass extinction. Honestly, we're kind of ending the near end of the episode here, guys. So I will say thank you for watching. Really won't be too much more to say to this episode. I think this will be the only sub-adult Giga episode. I mean, you guys were here since 0.795 or something like that. We're only at 0.811. And that is horrible. That is just such slow progression for a good reason. I don't disagree with the amount of time it takes you to get to full grown, especially for the Giga. So hey, what happened happened. But hey guys, thank you for watching. Sorry if you heard that. I think I just cracked my knuckles on accident. And hey guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next episode. Jays of 77 out.